because they got listed to Robinhood. But lately, a lot of Robinhood has been listing a lot of different coins, and it's like that isn't what they were known for. They were known for listing a coin, and after they list it, they don't list anything for an extremely long time, and the coin that they listed does extremely well. But they've been listing too many coins, and we've been seeing a pattern of the coins that they've been listing not doing extremely well. Like they're kind of losing their aura, right? I gotta say it, they're losing their aura. So yeah, Robinhood got to step it up. I like Robinhood though, especially for trading stock options. But yeah, let's cover Avantis because yeah, like you said, RP Avantis, and yeah, it is facts about Robinhood. Like they need to like change up the way they're doing it. Like they can't keep listing these random coins. Like they're giving people false hope. Like usually when Robinhood lists stuff, like it has to do well because it's Robinhood, right? We used to wait on coins to get listed, and now they're just kind of listing them. But yeah, let's see if they're doing anything new. League of Legends started as a simple idea, blah blah blah. Bring competitive trading into the base app and make it smooth. So they're trying to get integrated into the base app. And I know the developer of base is friends with the Avantis people. So they do collaborate together. Nice demo of our mini app within base app. So yeah, I think if they do get integrated inside of the base app, they're going to make a huge comeback. They're going to make a huge comeback eventually. But this is probably not going to happen until the bull market starts again. Let's play this real quick.
Largest perp dex on base. We're a platform where any user around the world
can come in and
trade over 100 assets across crypto and RWAs with up to 500 times leverage. We're getting a lot of really interest from folks on perps and different ways to trade on stream, different formats, AI agents. It's just a lot of fun actually. Avantis started as a desktop app for serious traders. As the base app was launched, we recreated the entire app.
The co-founder Ray
and to be
M. Dong.
So I'll take you through the Avantis mini app and just the critical features for what you're able to do.
Okay,
here.
so this is him demoing the mini app.
Out with here, just the main page. You can look at your trading balance. You can look at your live P&L. You also see here our Leagues of Leverage trading competition powered by Base, where we have $100,000 in prizes over 4 weeks, and we're just through week 2 just now. So anyone trading on the mini app can also get rewards. That's one thing you see here on the screen. And then I'll scroll down, you see a live feed of all the transactions going now that users are trading live across all these different 100 plus assets across crypto, RWAs, everything. You can see the trending assets, explore different markets, as I mentioned, equities, indices, FX, crypto, commodities. That's a big difference.
One thing I will say, the live feed on trades is very stupid. That's really stupid. Like real traders don't want people to see their live trading feed. Like then people can trade it against them. Like let's say someone did a big trade of $30,000. Now someone with $1 million can look and be like, okay, they're my exit liquidity. They can dump on them. Like I don't think that's a good idea at all. Like a live trading feed, and this is more for low caps and small caps. This isn't for like Bitcoin and stuff. But like what's WTI? Like WTI is probably a low cap. So this person, let's say they bought like 20K of WTI. If someone sees that, like they can like eat them up in seconds. So yeah, that's not a good idea for the small caps. For the large caps, it doesn't matter. But yeah, I mean, it looks interesting.
All these different 100 plus assets across crypto, RWAs, everything. You can see the trending assets, explore different markets, as I mentioned, equities, indices, FX, crypto, commodities. That's a big differentiator.
I mean, yeah, it is a good point because like, yeah, that's pretty stupid. But Funk, I'm gonna call you Funk, says I might as well invest a bit more. It's so low, you never know what can happen. I already started investing on it when it was at $1. Yeah, that's bad. Good point. It even shows how much people lost too. Yeah, I don't think it's a good idea at all. But getting integrated in the Base app is a W for them. And they're working on it, and Base is actively promoting them. Like it's posted on the Base page. And we already know Base is the DeFi wallet of Coinbase. So like Coinbase owns Base. So in a way, Coinbase is directly promoting Avantis. this is huge. This is actually a pretty big thing. So I would say don't sleep on advances, but also don't put in too much on it. Don't bet too much on it. But with it at these low prices, dollar cost averaging, if you truly believe in what they're building, I think these are good prices. I honestly do. So let's go ahead and break down technical analysis of advances. And look, I still like advances. If you look at my watch list here, I still follow it. Like, these are primarily the coins I'm focused on. I'm not focused on Baby Doge, so don't even look at that Baby Doge at the top. I just got it there just to watch what the price action is doing. But it's bottomed out a little bit, and it's flat, which is a good thing. But I don't care about Baby Doge no more. All right. But everything else is kind of the same thing, right? It's trading at a flat rate here, at a bearish pennant, pretty much. This is Pudgy Penguins trading at a bearish pennant. Again, this is the bearish pennant right here, so that's a good signal. And then we have Avantis, which has actually broken its all-time low that it started at, and now it's created new lows. So this is not a good thing, because now we gotta adjust our Fibonacci. It's definitely gonna probably go lower. I will tell you that it's probably gonna go lower. So it is what it is. But this is what I keep saying with the bearish pennant, guys. Like, if you see a bearish pennant, just know it's a bearish signal. And that's kind of what caused everything to continue to go down here. So yeah, we had a bearish pennant there, and it broke down. A little bit too late for me to talk about that, but it does look like it's hit a local bottom down here at 14 cents. And it's kind of starting to go up from there. This is the daily chart. Completely oversold on the percent R trend exhaustion. Bullish, if you want to say a bullish divergence. That's higher lows on the MACD. But yeah, I don't know when it'll come back. Or I mean, yeah, bullish divergence, higher lows on the MACD as the price continues to go down. So I don't know. Advances looks like it's ready to go up, but it's like, how much is it gonna go up by? That's the real question. Like, from here, let's say it gets up to 21 cents. That's a 35% jump in price. So it's ready, but it's like, it needs the overall market to back it up in order to take off. So yeah, I messed with a bit of PENGU too. Yeah, exactly. It needs a little bit of a push to go up, right? And I'm gonna be honest. My top 3 altcoins, there's a reason why these 3 altcoins are inside of my saved. Pudgy Penguins, Zcash, and Avantis. I still like Avantis. Even though it's not doing well. I still like it. There are other coins that I like as well, like Chronos. I still like Chronos. A lot of people are really big on Canton Network, so I think Canton has some potential. They have institutional backing, so Canton has potential. I just don't like how their trading volume doesn't really match their market cap that much, but it just comes to show, like, people are holding it. Like, institutions are holding it, people are holding it, they don't want to sell it. So that in itself, that's kind of a good thing. And as you can see, Canton, it didn't do what every other coin did. It didn't start, it didn't launch and then pump and dump. It didn't do that. It launched, kind of dumped a little bit, and then it pumps back up, and now it has not been down since. So Canton Network, CC, is actually doing some good work. Oh no, I don't want to close that. But yeah, Canton is actually doing good work. Let's pull up Canton. Sounds like a city in like Arizona or something. Canton. But yeah, they're doing good work. This was a bull flag here. I think this was one of the not the first video I made, but one of the videos I made. I mentioned how it was a bull flag, and you can see here, this is the flagpole. That's the flag, and then it continues up from there. So that was a good play right there. As of right now, it could be creating a falling wedge. It looks kind of like a falling wedge. let's see. Yeah. Well, no, not necessarily a falling wedge. Just like a descending channel. I guess we can just consider that a descending channel. But yeah, Canton surprisingly has been doing good over all the other altcoins, but there is a possibility for it to pull back more. So I wouldn't say that it's immune to what the other ones are doing. Yeah. So yeah, let's go ahead and bring up where's that at? Oh yeah, Avantis. So I kind of want to break down Avantis even on the smaller time frames for you. I think that's probably what's going to help out the most is the smaller time frames for Avantis. So the %R trend exhaustion here, just kind of, I don't want to say it's a buy signal because then at that point, all of these are buy signals and we know what happened the whole time. But this is just a signal that we're about to get a temporary push up. And that's exactly what happened. We got that temporary push up. And if you want the %R trend exhaustion, it's a completely free indicator. I don't have any affiliation with them. You just come here and type in %R trend exhaustion by up slide down. Like it's pretty good, especially for the short-term time frames. It works pretty good. But yeah, as you can see, they did. Whenever you see that blue up arrow, you know it's like almost like a short-term buy signal, right? But it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to continue to push upwards, because if you look at the MACD here, it's been oversold for a while. So yeah, if I were to buy in, I'd just buy it a little bit, because I don't even know if I would buy a lot either, because when Bitcoin dumps, everything else is dumping with it. And I believe Bitcoin is about to go down to 50K. Like eventually it's going to go down here to 60K, right? And it's going to do a double bottom scenario. And something that happened before happened back here. I think it was back here actually. We thought it was going to be a double bottom scenario back here. But what ended up happening, it was the same exact thing. Right? We seen it break out. We seen the bull trap, right? We bull trapped multiple times. And then we broke down. We thought maybe it'll be a double bottom and then break out again. But no, it did not do that. It broke down and then it continued down all the way down to here. What did we do here? Again, we broke out. We got rejected. And now there's a possibility that we can break down again. And if this happens, it won't stop at 60K. It'll probably stop at 50K. Just like how we seen back here. It didn't stop. It didn't stop here at 80K. It kept going. And then it stopped at 60K. So if we do the Fibonacci from 80K, not the Fibonacci, but the percent checker thing, I don't know what it's called. Essentially, we have like 24%, maybe 25. If we go actually up to 80K, yeah, 25%. So we have a 25% drop there. If this were to happen again from where we are now, no, I can't really do from where we are now. It would have to be from here, from 60K down to 50K. That would be 15%. 30% would be down to 40K. So yeah, I mean, a drop to 50K might happen pretty soon. But I would be pretty surprised if we had a breakout period. If we had a breakout, I would be pretty surprised. And Avantis, let's go to Avantis again here. 50 million market cap. So yeah, this is a hard area to be in right now. Like it's pretty hard to tell what's going on. But it's definitely still looking bearish to me. It's still looking bearish. Yeah, so let's go over Chronos. Let's go over Chronos. Yeah, because GL Clothing wanted Chronos. I don't know if you're in here right now, but if you aren't, I'll just post a clip on YouTube after this. If it drops again like that, I'll buy again and never look back at it again until it pumps. I'm gonna assume you say pumps, but yeah, I would agree with that because I think this is going to be the normal bear market. Like, we're going to see this whole market being bearish until the end of the year. Like, it'll be bearish till the end of the year. Like, that's kind of how it works here, right? And then when it dumps in June of 2022 is kind of like when we like almost neared a bottom, and then it went down, and then it went up, and then sideways, and then it went all the way down to 15K in November of 2022. So between June, July, August, September, October, November, like 6 months of it going up a little bit and then slowly grinding down to 15K. So I think something similar is going to happen. And then, it stayed sideways all of November and December, and then boom, in January it just takes off. So I think something similar like that is going to happen, right? I think we're only 3 months into the new year. Also, you got to think about that. We're only 3 months into the new year. So what might end up happening here, we could end up seeing this trying to take off, possibly even up here, continue downwards, and just kind of do some weird trading activity. And then inside like June, July, you might see this thing going, up again. And then you might see it coming down again to 40K. You might see it coming down a little bit more to 29K, recovering, maybe come back down to 29 and then taking off going into the new year. That's kind of how I see the whole market reacting. Now, obviously, some altcoins are going to, break away from Bitcoin, but for the most part, everything's going to be following it. So that's kind of how I just see this thing happening. Let's take off all these drawings. There's way too much on the screen. But yeah, this is like, if you look at the stages, we're in this stage right here. And actually, let me pull up Bitcoin on a different chart. This is like my secondary chart that I still mess with. But yeah. So we got the swing high. I would consider this the swing low. Or we can come back down to that area down there. All the way down to 15K. But yeah, when I look at this, like this region right here, this is where we're at right now. Because you see, if you look at this, like here we have the bear flag. Let's pull the bear flag up. This is a bear flag. Right there we have the bear flag. And then right here we have the same bear flag, right? We had our bearish double top. Boom, 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 boom. Bearish double top. Boom, 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 boom. So we have the bearish double top, which is right here, bearish double top. It doesn't necessarily have to be straight on. You can call it head and shoulders or double top, either one. So we had that, and we have this area that we stopped at. And then we have this region right here where we don't. This is where we're currently at right now. Don't. Currently at that stop still area. One more push down, not necessarily one more. Try to recover. Stay sideways for a little while. And then completely dump. And then 1st of January take off. Again, dump down here. It's like 50 something K. Maybe even 50K. Down here we can see the support. Try to do a little bit of a recovery. Come down more. A little bit of recovery. January 1st, maybe even around December, start taking off. This is kind of how I see the market playing out right now. I just kind of see it doing something similar to what it did before. It looks very, very similar. Now, some people are saying that this bear market is going to be a little bit shorter. If that is true, then a lot of people are going to get burnt. If that's true, a lot of people are going to get burnt if it just starts taking off and it just goes crazy. right? And what I mean, a lot of people like the bears are going to get burnt. So I'm not a perma bear. I'm not permanently bearish, right? It doesn't necessarily have to do everything that it did in the last one, but it looks far too similar. It looks far too similar. I've been talking about this the whole time, and even the trend lines are lining up. Even the trend lines are lining up. Like, everything can't just line up like this and not be true. Like, it can't not be true if everything is like, everything's lining up perfectly. Yeah, this one's a little off. There it is, right there. So like everything like is too perfect. You see how it bounces up and hits that trend line? And it's even more prevalent on this chart that I already have everything drawn out on. Let me take all those day trading lines off. So yeah, we're seeing the exact same thing. Like when we come here, break that trend line, hit that trend line, continue down. We see the same thing here. Boom, 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 boom. And then let me take this off too. Yeah. If you're wondering why I have all these drawings on here, that's because I day trade all the time. So like I need my day trading lines on here to stay. All right, there. I just wanted to take those off. So then we come down here, hit that trend line, come down further. So yeah, we're in this area right here. And we see how that worked out. We've seen how that worked out back here. Like we had the bull trap, that candlestick right there. I was actually mentioning that candlestick earlier. This one candlestick right here, similar. It's like a bull trap. Yeah, let me get all this off now. Shit. I just want to, all right, there. We're good. We're good. Now let me pull this back up. So yeah, like I was mentioning before, this is the weekly chart. This green candlestick might not close green this week, right? It's Monday, March 9th. So this week just started. So just because you see this weekly candlestick right here, green, it just started. The next candlestick doesn't print until March 16th, Monday, March 16th. We got a whole week. This candlestick might do something crazy like this and bull trap people again. And then it might close red. Like this candlestick might close red. That would be pretty bad. And then you see this huge candlestick here. It looks too similar. It looks too similar to the last bear market. Way too similar. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely crazy. Definitely crazy. But yeah, let's go over Chronos now. Cause but yeah, let's go over, yeah, my audio is good. All right. Let's go over Chronos now. For GL clothing. Let's get it. Yeah, now I gotta do the crypto.com one. Chronos USD. All right, where is this? All right, this right here is what we call a bearish expanding triangle. I talked about this a while ago. And you can see actually it did. It broke down from that bearish expanding triangle and continued downwards. I mean, it was a huge expanding area from 2023, the end of 2023, all the way till now. So this was marked in stone that that it would be bearish. Like, just look at that. Hits right there. Hits right there. Doesn't necessarily hit right there, but it hits again all the way here in 2025. The technical analysis never fails. Boom, hits there. Boom, hits there. Boom, hits there. Boom, hits there. Hits there. Hits here, and then finally breaks down right there. Yeah, so the technicals never fail me. Never fails. So let's zoom in here on Chronos. So yeah, Chronos is an interesting factor here because like it's completely oversold. Like it didn't have a good 2025. Like it pumped, but it immediately dumped. It pumped and immediately dumped. So if you look here on the percent R training option on Chronos, it's probably going to look something similar to 2022, where the long-term trend just stays oversold for a long time, and then the short-term trend keeps going crazy. It looks like it's kind of setting up for that, for the long-term trend to do bad, and then the short-term trend just doing random stuff, right? And like that whole time, like it was only small pumps immediately followed by a dump, small pump immediately followed by a dump, small pump followed by a pullback, another small pump followed by another dump, and then finally it starts to take off, but it just keeps pumping and dumping. So there is a possibility we could see something similar to Chronos with Chronos again. Until the next bull market, we might just see Chronos doing these small pumps and then dumps for a long time. It has a huge track record of doing that, huge track record of it. So yeah, Chronos unfortunately is gonna suffer the same fate as 2022. Unfortunately, yeah, I wouldn't be too focused on coins doing like huge pumps, like these altcoins. I wouldn't be focused on them doing huge pumps. A lot of altcoins have sold off a lot, like Chronos. It's close to where it bottomed out in 2022. Let me back this up. All right, yeah, so Chronos bottomed out in 2022, 2023-ish at 5 cents. It's close to that level. So we do have more room to go down with Chronos. And there's a possibility that it could hit 5 cents again. So yeah, the next support here for Chronos is actually 5 cents. So if we break this 7-cent support, I would expect Chronos, nothing less of it, to go down to 5 cents. And it could go down even further. When I say nothing less, I mean I truly expect it to go down to 5 cents. That's what I mean by that. So yeah, I expect Chronos to go down to 5 cents. Never heard of Chronos. It's the crypto.com coin. Yeah, they rebranded from crypto.com coin to Chronos. But yeah, it is good to know. But I think one of the most important things that we all can be looking at is the total 3 if we're focused on altcoins. Don't focus on altcoins individually. Focus on the total 3. This is the crypto total market cap, excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. And we already kind of talked about this earlier, so I'm not going to speak too much on it. But just know that everything that happened in the previous bear market is happening in Bitcoin and the whole crypto total market cap. Like, look at the trend line. Look at this. The exact same thing is happening. The exact same thing is happening. Like, it's almost scary how like accurate it is right now. Look at this. Look at this. Like it's literally the exact same thing. So yeah, it's crazy. So yeah, this bear market, there is a possibility that it could be shorter than the previous bear markets. It might not be a full year. It might not be a full year. And the reason why I say that is just looking at how much volume was going on in this area before we finally had a dump. Like our big major dump here really hit inside of May. But we've already had a big major dump in like now. Like the previous one hit in May, right? This one kind of hit in January, right? It kind of hit in January, which is kind of concerning, which means that either it's going to be a short bear market or it's going to be a bigger bear market. It's either one or the other. It's either a short bear market or the bear market is going to be the same time. It's just going to be much larger because we've already went down by so much. Like if it keeps going down, like this bear market could be bigger than the previous bear market, and it could bring us to the same lows of that previous bear market as well. So yeah, this is a really interesting time to be watching crypto. That's why I'm on the sidelines. I'm on the sidelines right now. I'm just trading stock options, and that's pretty much all I'm doing because I can well, I'm not gonna say I can control that, but like I can, I can trade this a lot easier. The movement in the stock market is very predictable. because it's not open 24 hours like crypto. Like I know at the beginning of this day at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time today, I know that something big is going to come into the stock market. I know that the stock market open is going to go crazy, and I know I can either short or I could long. All I got to do is wait 30 minutes to an hour after the stock market open, and then now I know what direction it's going, and now I know whether or not I need to do calls or puts. So it's very easy for me to track the stocks, whereas with crypto is like it's a 24-hour market, so you just got to sit around and wait all day until you see what happens with the crypto market. Whereas the stock market, like they have to trade at certain periods of the day. Most of the volumes coming in at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then after that, it's going to slow down, and then you'll know within an hour of market open what direction we're going. So yeah, it's a huge difference between stocks and crypto.